Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FMRA Grand Stock Series. We had an amazing Dash Series race. Austin Kiesler walks away with the win. We had an amazing Sportsman Series race where you've seen FMR lead until the very end. At the moment, I don't remember who won that off the top of my brain, but it'll come back to me in a moment. I'm joined, as always, with Josh Aldridge. Josh, we're watching Trey because he was fastest in practice.
Yeah, he laid down a fast lap, but here lately, practice has not transpired into a great result in the race. Let's see if I can change today.
Let's see if that can change today, indeed. Man, I can't remember who won yesterday. I'm sorry, I'm getting old. You know, go back and watch it after this race. You'll see who won. Right now, it looks like Barry Sternpart's at the top of the poll, Josh.
Laying down a fast lap indeed. Let's see if I can hold up.
Barry, a former Cup champion, I believe. I believe the first. Let me find that information for you guys. Yeah, he was the very first Cup champion under Utah Racing. He has not got a championship under his own. But it looks like he's starting pole here, Josh.
Yeah, he won the inaugural practice season and to win a championship, regardless, that's something to be proud of.
The official season one, the test season, we kind of, and I know it's confusing and we apologize for that. When we did the test season, we didn't know if this was going to be a thing. And when we started planning season two, which ended up being season one, it ended up being smarter because the test season wasn't a huge season. It wasn't very long. It was a test. So
Yeah.
The season one just felt more official for the season one season than it did calling it season two with the test season. I know it's confusing. I'm sorry, but that's now our history. So that's just how it goes. Let me go ahead and run the order for you real quick. Sitting on the pole, we got the 74 Barry Sternparts Jr. sitting next to the 007 of Chris Chaos. Next row over, we got the 002 of Brandon Cook next to the 710 of Chronix High. Then we got the 18 of Austin Kiesler next to the 69 of Joseph Robinson. Then we got the 56 of Mikey Henderson next to the 420 of Zane High. We got the 60 of Summer Rain next to the 01 of Dylan Wagner. We got the 000 of Jackson Beauregard next to the 611 of Corey Gamble. We got the 387 of Trey Fanta next to the 15 of Triple C. We got the 22 of G.A.M.E next to the 7 of Christian Gunn. We got the 3 of Tyler Ferguson next to the 17 of Sophie Ray Dog. We got the 00 of Billy Ray Dog next to the 57 of Bruno. We got the 98 of Brad Miller next to the 93 of Chris Gamble. You got the 59 of Christopher Rich next to the 21 of Jack Bad. We got the 27 of Jeremy Stalehorn next to the 88 of Brett Rainier. You got the 99 of Chris Michaels next to the 001 of Mike Storm. You got the 5 of Aaron Aldridge next to the 8 of Brett Aldridge. You got the 6 of Ryan Checks next to the 65 of Taylor Berger. In taking up the rear, we got the 66 of Ralph Beginnis, who failed inspection twice today.
Yeah, not sure what went down, not sure why, but they did indeed fail inspection twice, and to the rear they go.
1 second, Josh. I got to put Triple C's bird into the other room because he is loud. My apologies. That's taken care of. Let's talk about the man right now on the poll. He said the 26 didn't mean nothing to him when he originally picked it out. It wasn't the number that he really desired. And after some conversations, he decided 74 was the number he wanted. He got rid of the 26. He didn't want no part of it. got rid of it completely from Rad Roots Racing and has scooped up the 74. Now, everyone was like, you won a championship in the number 26. Why would you want to change numbers? And right here, sitting on the pool, can Barry Sternparts Jr. prove that this decision was wise?
Well, yeah, I believe he can. And to some people, they're just numbers. I mean, numbers to some drivers just don't mean that much to them. They just, don't have no connection to it. And to him, it was just a number, like he said. So let's see if 74, can turn into more than just a number for him as the season progresses.
It could, if the reason why he picked the 74 means anything to anybody, it's because it is the added birth dates of him, his daughters, and his wife.
Oh, so yeah, that has personal meaning. So, yes.
So, awesome job for Barry Sternparts. Radwood Racing going to be happy with a pole position because, as we've mentioned before, pole pays. It always pays. If you get pole position, you've already been in the money today.
Yeah, you got a little bit of money to put back into your team and et cetera. So, I mean, it gives the driver something extra to go after, not only starting on the pole, but that little extra money always helps.
A little extra money does always help. Let's talk about another guy sitting up here as they're about to get ready to start. Chris Chaos. Josh, Chris Chaos, time and time again, no matter what he's driving, whether it be his own team, EKMS, or here for Snap-on Racing, Chris Chaos has proved time and time again that he is a top dog here in the FMRA.
Top dog indeed, yes.
And he's going to be starting on the outside of Barry Sternparts Jr. And then let's talk about the man who has not really claimed a big win this season, Chronix High, the 710 car. He was a truck champion, a sportsman champion. He and IDK Racing have been here since concept. Can he pull away with a victory here tonight, Josh?
As I say, week in and week out. Only one way to find out.
And then one more time, let's talk about Brandon Cook as we're getting ready to take this thing green. Brandon Cook has been at the front here at Martinsville almost every race consistently, not able to take the W. Will that change here? Or maybe he took it yesterday. I can't remember. I really should have that notes, but I don't.
We will wait and see what he can do. He might put it in the feature lane today.
It's definitely going to be a good race. We'll see what happens. Joseph Robinson up here. He's been up towards the front all weekend. Wow!
What a jump.
Not able to get that same running start on green flag. Chris Chaos up in the top. As Barry's going to pull away. Oh,
no, he's up high.
Way into the wall goes Chris Chaos. We got a lot of checking up towards the back. Are we able to keep it straight? Looks like we are. Chris Chaos again. Up into the wall.
He hit the wall.
Ooh, Christopher Rich into the wall in the back. Oh, Corey Gamble into the wall. Oh!
Oh, big hit in the wall. We got numbers bouncing off the wall everywhere.
Man. Right now, Barry in the lead. Brandon Cook second. Joseph Robinson has made his way to third. Chronix High still holding on, but dropping fast on the outside line. Dylan Wagner up front again, Josh.
Caution.
I was about to say, I was about to ask, have we not had a caution yet?
We'll have to figure out who it is. It was Chris Chaos, I think, officially.
He's shown one lap down.
Just wasn't able to keep the car going. It came to a stop there. And that's going to pull out the caution flag. Races like this make it a hard job for you, Josh, because, I mean, cameras can only focus on so much at a time. So big incidences, yeah, we get time to sit and watch, but it's the little things that we don't really catch that you have to go back, review, and decide. And
I mean,
that's what makes your job hard.
Yeah, there's a reason there's a packet of BC powders right here. It's just a headache at times.
Barry right now still leading this, but as you've seen, it's really that start. And if you can hold on that outside, and Brandon Cook's about to be faced with that same dilemma. You just seen your teammate not able to hold that outside line. You guys got essentially the same cars, maybe some adjustments. What are you thinking, Josh?
I'm thinking he's sweating bullets right now. I would be.
Snap on one of the biggest teams in the FMRA, and especially here in the Grand Stock. Looked like he was able to hold on to it there for the moment. Let's see if he can keep it. Joseph Robinson going to make his way to second. Brandon Cook gets real low there. Down into Dylan Wagner. Was that foul play, Josh?
I didn't catch that. I'm going to have to go back and review.
Dylan gets shoved back tremendously.
Ooh.
Due to Brandon Cook there, but Brandon Cook starting to fight his way back to the front. He shoves Joseph Robinson high. Barry's still pulling away with the lead. Brandon Cook now taking second place back. Dylan is shoved high by Christian Gunn in the 7. Ooh, big wreck. Chronic's high ends up touching the wall, but nothing too major. Go ahead, Josh.
I was just relaying, commenting about what you said. Bottlenecking up like that.
Chronic's High just has no room to get down. It's really starting to struggle here. Sends Ralph McGinnis into the wall.
Big hitting to the wall. And he's still suffering from it. Throwing down significantly.
Ooh, chest hits him.
Again.
Chris Gamble hits him as well. The 66 looks like he's going to be able to make it to pit road. Things are getting crazy here in Martinsville, but one thing has been rather the same, and that is the lead of Barry Stern Parts Jr. is currently in the lead, 13 laps into 200.
It's going to be interesting to see what he can do and how he handles lap traffic, and he's coming up on them fairly quickly, I would say, because he's laying down some fast laps.
I mean, do you hope for a caution? Do you not hope for a caution? As the leader, what at a track like this, do you want the traffic? Do you not want the traffic?
Well, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I mean, you know, not having a caution, you're not, and with the lead that he currently has, semi-comfortable, he's not got to worry about anything. With the caution, that brings everybody back up together, and you could make a mistake. So you take what you can get, I guess you can say.
Well, Josh would know better than the rest of us. We got Barry's third parts lead, Brandon Cook second, Joseph Robson holding on to third. Pontiac starting to show force here at Martinsville. Zane High also up here, and then to lead out the top 5, Triple C in the 15. Right outside top 5, we got Christian Gunn, Sophie Raydog, and the 18 of Austin Kiesler. We got Burger King and McDonald's fighting on the track.
The battle of the fast food chains.
I hear people banging and clanging. It's kind of hard not to at this track, but we got to kind of focus on the action. And right now, Brandon Cook is actually catching Barry Stern parts.
It's gonna be interesting to see what he can do once he has caught him, to see what he can make of it.
Ooh, Barry able to kind of slow him down in that last corner. And also pay attention to Joseph Robson catching Triple C's going to the inside of the 420. Not able to make that move. Christian Gunn just watching and wait. You got Sophie and Austin Kiesler back there not too far. Things are heating up in the top 10. Barry got his gap back. Hopefully he don't make a mistake. Here comes the 57 of Bruno, the 21 of Jack Bad. Then you got the 88, Brett Rainier, who's also been out front. Dylan has been dropped back to 12th after that little fiasco with Brandon Cook, but he's still holding on there, Josh.
Holding on strong. They're catching the leader. Everybody is. Look at this.
Brandon Cook just can't keep up with the 74 in that last corner that they just took, and now he's going to try it here again. He gets up to the back of him, but Barry can just pull out of that corner a little bit. Well, he kind of stuck there. We'll see what happens, Josh. We got the front of the pack straight, lining it. Let's check out everybody towards the back here. We got Mike Storm making his way up. Jeremy Stelhorn in the 27 making some moves here. The 22 of JMR. You got the 3 of Tyler Ferguson. Aaron Aldridge making his way to the front after not having such a great start today. I believe Aaron Aldridge started 30th, and now he's in 22nd. So on this track, I mean, that's quite a move. Not as big a move as some other guys we've seen over the last couple days, but Chris Chaos is down 21 laps, 22 laps now. Ralph Beginnis 13. Corey Gamble is down 1. Taylor is bringing up the rear on the lead lap. Summer Rain. Chronix High, who started towards the front, is falling way back here after being forced up top. Rich, after hitting the wall, he's back 26th. Barry Sternpart's still leading this thing with a nice gap, Josh. A battle for 5th. Christian Gunn to the outside of Triple C. Going to pass him on the outside?
Pass him on the high side. Wow.
Last season, Christian Gunn battled for a championship. We haven't seen that same Christian Gunn yet this season. Has Martinsville unlocked Christian Gunn's potential once again?
Well, he's definitely showing improvement today, so maybe so.
Got to remember the change in manufacturers as well for the 7 car. Gamble Motorsports last season, I believe they drove Chevy.
That's right.
And this season now with Dodge, it seems like it was a little bit of a learning curve for Christian Gunn, but he's come back to really figure it out. Barry Sternpart still your leader. We're 31 laps into this 200 lap race, and the big question is when are pit stops going to have to begin?
That is the $1 million question.
Now, they did shorten up the fuel tank for this race. The FMRA did, due to some things they were seeing with the fuel tank. So everyone's got the same fuel tank. It was installed and has been untampered with as far as FMRA official knowledge. And it was installed at the beginning of today's race. So I don't know how these drivers are going to handle this new fuel tank, Josh.
Definitely going to be a learning curve because, you know, it's a new fuel tank. You don't hold the same amount of fuel. And it's definitely going to be changing your race strategy that you had in place.
The FMRA officials did have each manufacturer, they got 1 day to test with that fuel tank, a couple during the off season, a couple months back. So they should have some numbers to go by, but I don't know exactly how much time they really got to really work with that tank. Not the same tank, though. They didn't get to keep the tanks. All the tanks were took at the end of the testing session back into FMRA officials' hands. And look at Brandon Cook get back up to the bumper of 74, but can he really hold on and then pass, Josh?
Catching him is one thing. Passing him is an entirely different beast, an entirely different animal in itself. So it's going to be interesting to see what he said. But to piggyback on what you were saying about the fuel tank, yes, they got practice time with it. But practice time and race time is two different things entirely.
And it wasn't this track. I forgot to note that part. They were giving the test back at our headquarter track, which we use Iowa Speedway a lot because that's just where the headquarters of the FMRA is. Right now, Joseph Robinson trying to defend against Zane High. Barry Sternparts has a wild Brandon Cook at his heels, and Brandon Cook wants to get his own car up here in the Grand Stock Division. He wants to help out Cookies and Cream Racing a little more, and a win here at Martinsville could really deepen that pocket.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, you know, yeah.
I'm gonna leave you with this, Josh. I gotta go use the restroom. 1 sec.
He's there, just don't seem like he can pull off a move for the lead right at the moment. Let's see. Ooh, drifted up high there. Lost a lot of momentum. Fighting back, getting the ground that he lost. Let's see what he can make of it now because he's pretty much on that bumper now. pulling out. Uh-oh. Look at this. They almost touched there. Hmm.
All right, my apologies.
No problem. We almost had a pass for the lead, but lost his ground on him. Went in too hot, got side by side, and just couldn't make nothing of it.
That's the last time I eat any food at the racetrack that ain't Sally's. My stomach has been bad. But Barry Sternpart's in the lead. Brandon Cook second. Zane High has made his way to third, Josh. Christian Gunn is there, though. I mean, Christian Gunn's made his way to fifth, and he is not holding back. That scheme seems so familiar. Let's go check out the back of the pack. Chris Chaos, 42 laps down, getting back out on the track. Ralph McGinnis, 21 laps down on the track. Corey Gamble still 1 lap down, holding on. Chronix High is the next car on the lead lap. Taylor Berger ahead of him. Ryan Chess, Summer Rain, Chris Gamble, 26. Tyler Ferguson, 25th. Billy Raydog, 20th. Aaron Aldridge right now, 23rd. You got Christopher Rich sitting 22nd. Brett Aldridge here in 21st. Chris Michaels, 20th. Brad Miller, 19th. Jackson Beauregard, 18th. Jeremy Stelhorn, 17th. G.A.M.E right now sitting 16th. Trey Fanda, 15th. Mike Storm, 14th. Mikey Henderson making his way forward. And he's right now sitting 13th. Dylan Wagner, 12th. Brett Rainier, 11th. You got Jack Bad in 10th. Bruno is in 9th. Austin Kiesler, the 18, in 8th. Triple C, 7th, and the 15. The 17 is Sophie Raydog in 6th. The 7 of Christian Gunn is in 5th. Joseph Robinson holding on to 4th. Zane High in 3rd. Brandon Cook 2nd. Barry Sternpart still 1st. Zane High is making his way forward, Josh.
Yes, he is. I mean, he's coming up, making another run.
We're on lap 56 of 200 and no pit stops yet. No, Barry. Barry is making mistakes. Brandon Cook on the outside.
He's found the preferred line he likes. Let's see if he can make something of it.
Another big mistake by both of them, and these cars are catching up. Brandon Cook just took the lead. Brandon Cook is your leader.
Wow.
Barry is now in second. Zane High making his way up. Christian Gamble right there as well. Joseph Robinson's falling back. Sophie Ray Dog's made her way to fifth. Triple C there as well. We'll see what happens in these next several laps. Lap 59 of this 200 lap race, and still no pit stops. Barry looked low. Brandon Cook blocked. We're about to have 4 cars battling for the lead, as Christian Gunn's still making his way forward. I hear a big wall ride. I don't see a car. Hopefully it was not Aaron Aldridge. Brandon Cook still your leader. We're hearing a lot of banging. I can't figure out where it's at, Josh.
It's Martinsville. That can be anywhere.
Sold out here in Martinsville for the Grand Stock Race. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Brandon Cook starting to pull away. When will pit strategy commence? Now!
Huh.
Bunch of cars down pit road.
You timed that perfectly.
I guess. Zane High. There's other cars already down pit road. I don't know where anyone's going. Let's see if we got more takers to pit road here. Zane High, Christian Gunn, Sophie Ray Dog, Joseph Robinson, Triple C, Austin Kiesler, Bruno, Jack Bad, Brett Rainier. Looks like Chris Chaos in the 007 is going to stay out. He's 42 laps down, though. Jackson Beauregard is going to take the lead, but I think he's going to go to pit road this time followed by Chris Michaels. Brad Miller is going to stay out. 98. See if this gets him up any positions. But Zane High on pit road. Brad Miller is going to take the lead. Oh, Brad Miller gets stuck behind Christian Gunn. Brad goes to pit road. Who is your leader? Give him a couple laps to work this out. Is it Brandon Cook? That would make sense. Brandon Cook, your leader. Second place is 2.7 seconds back. Christian Gunn in the 7 car, who's made his way to second place. Barry is in third, Zane high, fourth, Joseph Robinson fifth. That's top 5 at the moment, Josh.
And this has changed everybody's positions. Changed a lot of positions. A lot of people are fighting the center lead lap now.
And with that math, we should see 2 more pit stops still. Right?
Yes, that feels right.
Everyone pitted around lap 60. Should give us at least 2 more pit stops.
2, maybe 3.
Maybe even 3 on some strategies. There was people already down pit road. Right now you see Corey Gamble, who I believe this pit stop has put him 2 laps down, just trying to get back on at least one of those laps the hard way. Brandon Cook stuck here in what could possibly be the worst place for a leader because they are stacked up in front of him, Josh.
Oh!
Brett Aldridge almost came down right into the leader, but he was able to hold on. I gotta say, another person who's had a tough time with the change in manufacturers, Brett Aldridge with Ferguson Motorsports going from Toyota, where he did pretty well with, to Chevy. Some probably thinking that a change is in order for Brett Aldridge. Will he take Gatorade with him? Will he not? Is Gatorade stuck to Ferguson Motorsports? Or will he stick it out with Ferguson Motorsports and try to see the Chevy into victory lane next season or even later this season? Well, he's here for the remainder of the season, Ferguson Motorsports regardless. But, you know, just ideas are probably swirling for Brett Aldridge with this change to Chevy that does not seem to work out for him.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but you did, in fact, bring it up, and there is rumblings that he is not happy driving a Chevy.
We'll see what happens for Brett Aldridge, who is, I'm going to take Josh's language here. I think Aaron Aldridge said it first. His car's driving like a dump truck out there.
Yeah.
Christian Gunn now has 3 cars between him and Brandon Cook, where he needs to be battling for that lead. He's going to have to figure out a way around these cars, but as he proved here in Martinsville, it is tough to pass. Tyler Ferguson there in the 3 car, having a really tough time as well.
He just seems, no, never mind. I say he seems content riding behind lap traffic, but he looks like he's about had all he can take.
Brandon Cook looking to pass again. Ooh, a little washed up there. Christian Gunn is having a really tough time passing those cars. As the leader, are you watching the cars ahead? Like, please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash.
Yeah, a little bit. And looking for a hose and just in case that happens to where you might be able to go.
Brandon Cook and Tyler almost got into it there. Brandon Cook let off. It slowed him down tremendously, but not enough for Christian Gunn to catch here, who's still having problems passing Brett Aldridge and Chris Chaos. We're 90 laps into this 200-lap race. Brandon Cook just can't find a way around, and Christian Gunn is starting to get closer little by little as he's starting to pass Brett Aldridge. You know, I don't normally root for Dodge or anyone in particular, but it is nice to see the 7 start to make his way forward this season after I thought the move to Dodge was really going to hurt Christian Gunn there.
I thought so too. It's nice to see him making something of it.
Brandon Cook trying to get to the outside of Jeremy Stelhorn in the 27, not able to make anything of it as he rushes back just a little bit there. Christian Gunn falls off pace tremendously. Falls back to the 65, who is not on the lead lap. The next one is Barry. Barry's starting to make his way back forward. Corey Gamble back on pit road. Something wrong with the 611. Brett Aldridge is now a car lap down. Taylor Berger's a lap down.
I need to step away for a second.
No problem. Chris Gamble 6 laps down. Corey Gamble 12 laps down on pit road. Brandon Cook trying to get around. Jeremy Stelhorn in the 27 on the high side. Wasn't able to get it done on that straightaway. They're going to get door to door. No. Brandon Cook pulls away coming out of the corner. That's another car between him in second and third place. Brandon Cook trying to make something of this day. Add more money to Cookies and Cream Racing. And also Snap-on Racing.
Sorry about that.
You're good. Brandon Cook's still your leader, and behind him, Christian Gunn's to the outside of Chris Chaos, trying to pass Barry Sternparts, is following in line. But Brandon Cook is still your leader, and he is pulling away. We're about to hit lap 100 of 200, but you guys got to remember that means that we still have 101 laps to go. Count the last lap twice, essentially. Brandon Cook still adding distance between him and second place. He is almost flying. Any comments, Josh?
At the moment, I have none.
Let's go check on everybody in the back. Tyler Ferguson is the next car on the lead lap. Billy Raydog ahead of him. Ryan Chess. Trey Fanta's falling back quite a ways. Chronix High also started in 4th, now back at 22nd. Summer Rain is here towards the back. Jackson Beauregard, JMR. Aaron Aldridge in 18th currently. Brad Miller 17th. Brett Rynier 16th. Christopher Rich 15th. After hitting the wall, starting to make some progress there, I feel like. Chris Michaels in 14th. Mike Storm 13th. Dylan Wagner still holding on to 12th here. He started 9th, though, so he's went back a couple positions after getting hit and run down by Brandon Cook. You got the 56 of Mikey Henderson in 11th. Bruno 10th. Triple C 9th. Austin Kiesler in 8th. You got Jack Bad 7th, Zane High 6th, Sophie Raydog 5th, Joseph Robinson 4th, Barry Sternparts Jr. 3rd, Christian Gunn in 2nd, and then Brandon Cook leading this thing right now in 1st. And he's got a couple cars between him and Christian Gunn and a little bit of a gap at 2.6, Josh.
He is. He's out for a Sunday drive at the moment.
All it takes is one mistake. You got to remember, he's going through traffic. All it takes is one mistake, and it doesn't even have to be his.
Absolutely right.
Again, Brandon Cook flying around this track. We're at 108 of 200. So we already seen one round of pit stops at about lap 60, Josh. We're going to have to start seeing pit strategies unfold. You see cars hit pit road, you let me know. Brandon Cook doing extremely well today. Look at that gap between him and Christian Gunn. He has now put that gap to a 2.8, Josh. You see rubber flying up there as they go across it. Christian Gunn hasn't really made no progress. In fact, he's going backwards. As we get down to lap 114 of 200. So, at the moment, I mean, a good pit stop, and Brandon Cook could really be ahead. Even more so.
Yeah, you're right. Our bad pit stop can put him right back in the clinch of things to where he's having a fight for the lead.
See what happens here is we're winding down 116. We get to lap 120. We should start seeing drivers have already hit pit road, or our leaders hitting pit road around then. You know, Brandon Cook, he was in clean air. Was he pushing it too hard? Josh, I mean, you seen his red rotors there. Is there a chance that he's used up this car already?
I don't know, because I'm sure other drivers, their brake rotors are glowing as well. It just depends on how much you have used up and how much you got left. I mean, Martinsville is treacherous. It's awful on brakes. So, it may have used it up. We just have to see what happens.
All right, now Brandon Cook is in the thick of it as he has passed Ryan Chess. Now he's on the side of Trey Fanta, and Christian Gunn is also trying to get around Jeremy Stelhorn, who is not given an inch here, but Christian Gunn able to get into his inside. He's going to run him up the track, and I think we're going to finally see some progression there, but now he's got another 2 cars to deal with as Brandon Cook keeps moving forward. You know, I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I might jinx us here, but we haven't seen near as much wrecks today as I thought we were going to, Josh.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't say that. I was thinking the same thing, but didn't want to say it.
Well, I'm the one that said it, so it's on me now. We've really seen the lack of wrecks that I thought we were going to see today.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of clean racing today. Pit stops.
Pit stops have begun. We're on lap.
Or is that a driver that's
that could
having
be true.
trouble?
We're on lap 123. We should start seeing pit stops soon.
I'm beginning to think that was just a car getting repairs.
Me too. Brandon Cook, he kind of starts tricking people. You see him get low like he's going to go to pit road, and then he hops back up into line and takes his corner. See if he does it again here. No, he didn't do it that time. Like that. Or is he trying to pass? Got washed up there.
Maybe just trying to pass.
That far back, though?
I don't know.
Brandon Cook running that high line, getting to the side of the 3 here, but, I mean, he is paying for it by getting washed up every time.
Y'all washed up real high that time.
He just messed up the 3's line. The 3 definitely losing. He's going to ride him low. Brandon Cook gets around another one. That's 3 between him and Christian Gunn now. We're getting into lap 130, and you're starting to wonder if the cars really had to pit around 160 like they did last. Or are we running it long?
God. It's baffling right now to me as well.
I am confused as Brandon Cook is still your leader, 131. Of 200 has been completed, and Christian Gunn is still second place, although we can't really see him. There he is. Barry Sternbar's having a hard time getting around Brett Aldridge back there, and that's third. The 3 is going to wash up Ryan Chess. Get around him there. Brandon Cook is your leader. You know, Christian Gunn started 15th, and now he's in second. Another big mover is Jack Badd, who started 23rd, and now he's in 7th. Lap 135 of 200. Wow. Still no signs of pit road. At least for Brandon Cook.
Once one driver hits pit road, it's going to turn into a scene of monkey see, monkey do, and the rest of them will follow.
You know, these guys right ahead of Brandon Cook are just hoping it starts soon.
Yeah.
Oh! 22 went way high there. Oh, again.
Keeping it off the wall.
Something's going on with the 22. G.A.M.E, who is now a lap down. Trey Fanta trying to catch back up to Brandon Cook here. Seen Trey Fanta do pretty well over the weekend, and this right here is, well, is what he's trying to avoid, is being a lap down and back any further than top 10 is what he said in an interview. He'd like to stay top 10 this season, and at the moment, that's not going to be the case here. He started 14th. He's currently in 23rd.
Just the pit stops have begun as Teasler's on pit road.
Pit strategies. Seem to be different for everybody.
More takers on pit road I'm starting to see.
Austin's out. Lap 143. A leader goes in.
I think they pushed it to the limit there to make sure that this would be their final pit stop of the day.
Is the 18 blocking the 7 from pit road there as he goes low on him, or is he just passing?
He makes it down, he's going to be pitting.
I think they relayed to the 18 that he was indeed trying to get to pit road, and the 18 backed off there. The 18 currently 1 lap down, but let's see how this goes. Pit road. Sophie Raydog now your leader here. Oh, she gets real washed up, comes out, almost hits Joseph. Able to save it, Josh. Oh, these two are kind of forcing each other up and down there. Pit road for them two. Zane High now your leader. Right now, only 9 cars on the lead lap as Zane High hits pit road.
Three wide for a moment.
Triple C now your leader as 3 cars are on the lead lap. Corey Gamble and Triple C kind of getting into each other there. Corey Gamble holding on right now in the way of Triple C. Corey Gamble, though, 22 laps down. And really getting in the way of the leader. This could be a problem. And the 15, it manages to get around him that time, Josh.
Ooh!
Almost gets it into Trey Fanta. And Triple C finally goes to pit road. Triple C the only one on the lead lap. Wow. Triple C put everybody a lap down. Thanks to Corey Gamble there. Triple C still on pit road. Brandon Cook's going to take the lead back. Christian Gunn. So a lot of cars between first and second, Josh.
Laps are quickly winding down as well.
155 of 200. Brandon Cook looks unstoppable here, Josh.
Well, he's got an over a 2.5 second lead on the rest of the field. He is unstoppable, untouchable at this moment.
Even going down and getting off pit road, didn't get away from Trey Fanta nipping at his heels. Oh! Trey Fanta trying to get his lap back. Not going to be able to pass him on the outside, I don't think, Josh. Wow!
He's going to try for it again, and he does.
Trey Fanta gets back on the lead lap. Brandon Cook's going to go, well, staying first, but going to go behind Trey Fanta there and losing some momentum there. Christian Gunn is gaining a little bit.
Got his lap back the hard way.
At a 2.3 now. That's the problem. You get up here, you start using your car up. You don't really know what to gauge. You're trying to get around cars. There's a good chance Brandon Cook has really hurt that 002, but will it be enough for Christian Gunn to come up here and take the lead? That's the question.
Yeah, that is, because not only does he have to catch him, he has to pass lap traffic as well to get to him.
I mean, Christian Gunn, either Jack Bad or Christian Gunn, biggest movers of the day. Someone would have to do that math for me and tell me who ended up being the bigger mover out of the two. But that's Christian Gunn right now. He started 15th, and he's in second. And if that's not big enough for you, Jack Bad started 23rd, and he's in 6th. I mean, Jack Bad does have a little bit on some of these drivers, with being that the 21 team is Tyler Ferguson's team from last year. Tyler Ferguson, for the 3 car, picked a whole new team. He left everything. He said, this is good, it's set up. I'm giving this to my driver, and he gave it all to Jack Bad for the 21. Whereas some drivers, once they get acquainted with a crew chief and a spotter, it's really hard to get them away from that person. Tyler Ferguson set up a well-running team and passed it on to Jack Bad. Not as in ownership, because Tyler Ferguson's still owner of Ferguson Motorsports, but just as the driver, having a good pit crew, already seasoned, spotter, crew chief. Josh, these are big deals.
It is a big deal.
Now nipping at the heels of Brandon Cook is Aaron Aldridge, who wants to get back onto the lead lap. You see the 002 kind of hopping around in some of these corners, Josh.
Yeah, he's wheel hopping. Got a lot of rubber buildup on those tires, and it's causing it to do the hopping effect, and I'm sure it's making the car ill handling as well.
Aaron Aldridge is realizing that the only way he's going to get around the 002 is to the outside. And now with math, Josh, I think we can go to the end. Green flag.
I believe we are going to make it to the end.
Oh, Aaron Aldridge not able to get around like Trey Fanta did, so he's going to have to recalculate his decision here. Tyler Ferguson right behind him, and so is incoming Christian Gunn, who's dropped that lead gap to a 1.6, Josh.
Oh, he's getting a second on him easily. Cook. Is he going to try to make a pass on Aaron?
Brandon Cook still holding on. Aaron Aldridge is he still wants that outside, Josh.
That's probably his best option because Cook is keeping that bottom line secure.
Aaron Aldridge trying, and at the same time he is slowing down Brandon Cook, which is bringing Christian Gunn up to their rear, who is now at a 1.483. You know, Christian Gunn's probably like, keep on him, Aaron. And this is kind of funny because these two were battling hard for that championship.
Yeah, they were.
Last season Grand Stock champion Aaron Aldridge there in the 5 brought home the cup. Christian Gunn just fell short by, I think it was like 3 to 5 points.
Oh, it was, small amount of points.
Aaron Aldridge to the outside. Whatever adjustment they made to the 002 has not proved him well. Or just the fact that, he ran it so hard.
It's getting toward the end of the race. I'm sure his car, along with a lot more cars, are beginning to, in fact, slow down and handle illy.
He still has a problem of 2 cars between him and Brandon Cook, but he is there. He can't get any closer until he starts passing these cars, but he is as close as he's ever been in the last 30 to 50 laps. We're at lap of 181 of 200. Brandon Cook starting to pull away from the 5 and the 3. The 7 still hasn't advanced on either. Tyler's going to try to pass the 5 on the outside. This is going to slow them 2 up. Brandon Cook's going to start to pull away again, Josh. How frustrating for Christian Gunn. Getting so close and then getting held up. Less than 20 to go. Let's check on everybody. We know where Aaron Aldridge and Tyler Ferguson are. JMR is in 25th here. Summer Rain, 26. Jeremy Stelhorn, 27. Taylor Berger, 28. Brett Aldridge, 29. Chris Gamble, 30th. Ralph McGinnis, 31. Corey Gamble, 32. And Chris Chaos in 33rd. Let's go everyone up. We got Trey Fanta in 22nd. Ryan Chess in 21st. Jackson Beauregard, 20th. Brett Rainier, 19th. Billy Raydog, 18th. Onyx High went from 4th to 17th. We got Triple C in 16th. Christopher Rich in 15th. Brad Miller right now riding 14th. Mike Storm 13th. Chris Michaels 12th. Mikey Henderson 11th. Dylan Wagner has made his way forward to 10th. You got Zane High in 9th. Sophie Raydog 8th. Austin Kiesler 7th. Jack Bad 6th. Bruno 5th. Joseph Robinson 4th. Barry Sternparts Jr. in 3rd. Christian Gunn in 2nd. Brandon Cook still your leader. And again, Josh, it looks like Bruno started 19th. He's in 5th. Jack Bad started 23rd. He's in 6th. And Christian Gunn started 15th. He's in 2nd. I don't know who's the biggest mover of the day, but those are the lead for that title. There's rubber everywhere, Josh.
Oh, yeah. 10 to go after this time around. 10 to go.
This is the make it or break it time for Christian Gunn. Is he going to be able to make anything happen here, or is this Brandon Cook's race?
I believe it's going to be Brandon Cook's race.
9 to go. Brandon Cook still your leader. Christian Gunn trying to get around Tyler Ferguson, but to no avail. He's going to the inside. Trying. I don't think he had enough. You can see the frustration as Christian Gunn now tried to make that advancement, is falling back. Seven laps to go this time round. Six laps to go, and Brandon Cook has nobody to fight. Barry Sternparts is trying to make his way forward, but it's not really going anywhere for him. Joseph Robinson's right there in 4th. Bruno in 5th, and that right now is top 5. 5 laps to go. Brandon Cook starting to get back into traffic.
I don't think it's really going to make much of a difference at this point.
4 laps to go. Three. Oh, Brandon Cook gets washed up there. And again. Two laps.
He's just taking it easy these last couple of laps, going to coast it home without a miracle for anyone else. Histon's in the bag.
1 lap to go. Brandon Cook trying to get ahead of the 000, which is his teammate. Teammate not making it easy for him. He has to pass on the outside. Christian Gunn trying to use this opportunity to pass, but no one's going to be able to make it by as Brandon Cook makes it around to the last turn here at Martinsville to claim the 200 lap race And there we go. Brandon Cook wins here at Martinsville. We want to go ahead and read your top at least probably 15. So let's go. Brandon Cook in first, Christian Gunn second, Barry Stern Parts Jr. third, we got Joseph Robinson fourth, Bruno in fifth, Zane High sixth, Sophie Raydog seventh, we got Jack Badden eighth, Dylan Wagner ninth, you got Mikey Henderson in 10th, Chris Michaels 11th, you got Chronix High in 12th, Mike Storm 13th, Christopher Rich 14th, Brad Miller 15th. If you want to see where your driver ended up, go ahead, pause, and read the screen, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.